Hey everyone, welcome back. Week 12 is in the books. This season is flying by. It's bittersweet. It's fun, depending on who you root for. And, let's just get into it. Thursday, Buffalo at Houston. I don't remember what compelled me to take Houston, but I'm glad I did, because they got the win. Josh Allen was 24 of 34 for 253 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. He was sacked 8 times. James Cook III had 17 carries for 116 yards, 1 touchdown. And Khalil Shakir had 8 catches for 110 yards, no touchdown. Oh, and I don't know if you saw it, but our record for week 12 was 9-5. Davis Mills was 16 of 30 for 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Woody Marks had 16 carries for 74 yards, no touchdowns. And Nico Collins had 3 catches for 55 yards, no touchdown. Final score 23-19. Houston. Indianapolis Colts at the Chiefs. I picked the Colts. We were wrong. I do believe that game went into overtime. Indiana Jones was 19 of 31 for 181 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. And Jonathan Taylor had 16 carries for 58 yards, no touchdown. Looks like teams are starting to figure out the Colts. Ashton Doolin had 1 catch for 48 yards, no touchdowns, and that was their leading receiver. Mahomes was 29 of 46 for 352 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. And Kareem Hunt had 30 carries, holy cow, for 104 yards and a touchdown. Rashee Rice had 8 catches for 141 yards, no touchdowns. I believe it was a walk-off field goal in overtime. Final score 23-20, Kansas City. Minnesota at Green Bay. I took Minnesota because it would help Detroit, and we were wrong. Wasn't even close. JJ 9 McCarthy was 12 of 19 for 87 yards, 0 touchdowns, but 2 picks. Jordan Mason had 8 carries for 42 yards, no touchdown. And Jefferson had 4 catches for 48 yards, no touchdown. He's got to be hot going through all these quarterbacks in his career, and his talent's being wasted. Jordan Love is 14 of 21 for 139 yards, no touchdown, no picks. Emmanuel Wilson had 28 carries for 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Christian Watson had 5 catches for 49 yards, no touchdown. Final score 23-6, Green Bay. Patriots at the Bengals. We picked the Patriots, and we were correct. Drake May was 22 of 35 for 294 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Travion Henderson had 18 carries for 66 yards, no touchdowns. And Hunter Henry had 7 catches for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe Flacco was 19 of 37 for 183 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Chase Brown had 19 carries for 107 yards, no touchdown. And Andre Isavas, I think is how it's pronounced, had 4 catches for 61 yards, no touchdown. Final score 26-20, Patriots. The Giants at my Lions. We picked my Lions, and for a minute there, I was getting a little worried. But we forced OT, and we came away with the win. Jameis Winston was 18 of 36 for 366 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He also caught a pass for a touchdown, which was just gross to watch. But he's a fun quarterback. Tyrone Tracy Jr. had 20 carries for 62 yards, no touchdowns. And Wan'Dale Robinson had 9 catches for 156 yards and a touchdown. Most of those yards came in the first half, and then we adjusted. Goff was 28 of 42 for 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Gibbs had 15 carries for 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. And St. Brown had 9 catches for 149 yards and a touchdown. Probably could have had 12 catches, but he keeps dropping things. Final score 34-27, Detroit. The Jets at the Ravens. We picked the Ravens, we were right. Tyrod Taylor was 17 of 28 for 222 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And Breece Hall had 16 carries for 44 yards and no touchdowns. He was also their leading receiver with 4 catches for 75 yards, no touchdown. Lamar was 13 of 23 for 153 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Derrick Henry had 21 carries for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Zay Flowers had 5 catches for 58 yards, no touchdown. The final score 23-10, Baltimore. Pittsburgh at Chicago. I was hoping by some miracle that Rodgers would play. But regardless, we got it wrong. Chicago still leads the division. Mason Rudolph was 24 of 31 for 171 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Kenneth Gainwell had 10 carries for 92 yards, no touchdown. And Kelvin Austin III had 4 catches for 36 yards. Caleb Williams was 19 of 35 for 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Kyle Monangai had 12 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. DJ Moore had 5 catches for 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. Final score 31-28, Chicago. Seattle at Tennessee. We picked Seattle. I'm pretty sure everyone in the world probably did, and we were correct. A lot closer than you would anticipate, though. Sam Darnold was 16 of 26 for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Kenny Walker III had 11 carries for 71 yards, no touchdowns. And JSN had 8 catches for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cam Ward was 28 of 42 for 256 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick. He was also their leading rusher with 6 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown. And Gunnar Helm had 6 catches for 51 yards, no touchdown. Final score 30-24, Seattle. Cleveland at Las Vegas. We picked the Browns. Shedeur Sanders got the start, and we got the correct pick. Shedeur was 11 of 20 for 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Quinshon Judkins had 16 carries for 47 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Dylan Sampson had 2 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown. Geno Smith was 30 of 44 for 285 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. And Ashton Jeanty had 17 carries for 50 yards, no touchdown. Tyler Lockett had 4 catches for 62 yards, no touchdown. Final score 24-10, Cleveland. Jacksonville at Arizona. We picked Jacksonville. We got it correct. This one also went into overtime. Trevor Lawrence was 18 of 30 for 256 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. Travis Etienne Jr. had 15 carries for 86 yards, no touchdown. And Brenton Strange had 5 catches for 93 yards, no touchdowns. Jacoby Brissett was 33 of 49 for 317 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Michael Carter had 5 carries for 28 yards, no touchdowns. And Michael Wilson had 10 catches for 118 yards, no touchdowns. Final score 27-24, Jacksonville. The Falcons at the Saints. We picked the Falcons. We got it correct. Kirko was 16 of 23 for 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. And Bijan Robinson had 14 carries for 70 yards, no touchdowns. Darnell Mooney had 3 catches for 74 yards, 1 touchdown. Tyler Show was 30 of 43 for 243 yards, no touchdown, 1 pick. He was also their leading rusher with 22 yards on 7 carries, no touchdowns. Chris Olave had 9 catches for 70 yards, no touchdowns. Final score 24-10, Atlanta. Philly at Dallas. We picked Philly. We were wrong. Apparently Dallas just doesn't lose at home against division opponents. Jalen Hurts was 27 of 39 for 289 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. He was also their leading rusher on 7 carries for 33 yards and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown had 8 catches for 110 yards and 1 touchdown. I do believe Dallas scored 24 unanswered points to win the game. Dak was 23 of 36 for 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Javonte Williams had 20 carries for 87 yards, no touchdown. And George Pickens had 9 catches for 146 yards and 1 touchdown. Final score 24-21, Dallas. The Bucks at the Rams. We picked the Rams. And it got out of hand fast. And I do believe Baker left with a left shoulder injury. I don't know how long he will be out, though. Kind of a stinker for a Sunday night game. Because the Rams scored, well, you can see it up there, 31 points in the first half. Baker started the game. He went 9 for 19 for 41 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks. And then Teddy Bridgewater came in, finished the game 8 for 15 for 62 yards, no touchdown, no picks. Sean Tucker had 12 carries for 42 yards, no touchdown. And Emeka Egbuka had 3 catches for 32 yards, no touchdown. And your MVP this year was Matthew Stafford, was 25 of 35 for 273 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Kyren Williams had 12 carries for 46 yards, no touchdowns. And Puka Nacua had 7 catches for 97 yards, no touchdown. But Devontae Adams had 2 touchdowns. Final score 34-7, Los Angeles Rams. Now your Monday night game, Carolina at San Francisco. I picked Carolina just for funsies. And we were wrong. Apparently there was also some extracurriculars that went on in this game. Some punches to the nuts. Bryce Young was 18 of 29 for 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Rico Dowdle had 6 carries for 38 yards, no touchdowns. He was also the leading receiver. He had 4 catches for 36 yards, no touchdowns. Brock Purdy was 23 of 32 for 193 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. And Christian McCaffrey had 24 carries for 89 yards, 1 touchdown. George Kittle had 6 catches for 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Final score 20-9, 49ers on Monday night. Okay, that was our Week 12 review, recap, whatever you want to call it. Now our Week 13 picks. Starting off on Thursday, one of 3 games on Thanksgiving. Even though I'm a little concerned about my team, I still think we get it done. The midday game, Kansas City at Dallas. I'm going to pick Dallas, even though I don't like Dallas. Kansas City's been too good more recently, so I'm going to pick against them. Cincinnati at Baltimore. That might be a fun game. Jamar Chase will be back, but I think Baltimore gets it done. Black Friday, Chicago at Philadelphia. 3 o'clock is such a weird start time, but I'm going to pick Philadelphia. Arizona at Tampa. I don't know if Baker's playing. I'm going to assume he's not. So I'm going to go with Arizona. Atlanta at the Jets. I'm going to go with the Jets. Houston at Indianapolis. Should be a funny game to watch. I'm going to go with Houston. That defense has looked really good this year. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Other than Cam Ward, I couldn't tell you 2 other players on that team, even though I just read off the stats. I'm going to go with Jacksonville. The Rams at the Panthers. I'm going to go with the Rams, not even going to hesitate. The Saints at the Dolphins. Ooh, boy. I'm going to go with Miami. San Francisco at Cleveland. I'm going to go with San Francisco. Minnesota at Seattle. I don't think JJ's playing Sunday. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with Seattle. Buffalo at Pittsburgh. I'm going to go with Buffalo with a narrow win. The Raiders at the Chargers. I'm going to go Chargers. Sunday night, Denver at Washington. I'm going to go Denver. And Monday night, the Giants at the Patriots. I'm going to take the Patriots. That was our Week 13 picks. Let me know your thoughts. There are no teams on a bye this week. And next week is the last week for buys. There would be 4 teams on a bye next week. So, let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for watching or listening or just putting me on in the background when you're doing whatever you're doing. I hope you get some rest, relaxation, clear-mindedness, whatever it brought you. And happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.